Daddy didn't tell me everything about the barn behind our house. A kid can't resist where they are told they shouldn't be. Growing up, I frequently played on the gravel road near our house. Daddy told me time and again to stay away from the dilapidated barn down at the end of that road. He claimed it was a haven for snakes, spider, splinters, tetanus, and all other ungodly things. It would take more than creepy crawlers and a case of lockjaw to eliminate my intrigue. Daddy's forbiddance just made it more intense adventure. One morning I was walking along that gravel road and I saw a boy around my age I'd never seen before. Didn't recognize him from school, but I did the polite thing and waved at him. He waved back and added a sly smile to his greeting. "Come on." He joyously yelled and motioned for me to follow him. I didn't get a lot of opportunities to play with kids where I lived. We were so far away from any true neighbors, so I followed him around a bend in the road. There was no sign of my new friend, but there was that old rotten barn standing straight ahead. For once, its doors were wide open. That was definitely interesting considering the doors were always boarded shut, but I was more concerned where that boy ran off to. "Come on," I heard from the heart of the barn's darkness. "How'd you get all the way down there so fast, buddy?" I asked, thinking the situation was more funny than extremely odd. The boy peeked his head out from behind the barn's open door frame. "Come on," he yelled in that same cheerful tone. I was making my way toward the barn when I saw more kids' heads poking out from behind the doorway. I halted. "Come on," they all urged in unison. They were all smiling and giggling at me. I shook my head and didn't take a single step forward. That barn looked, I don't know, hungry is about the best way to describe it, with its black mouth gaped wide open. The kids' smiles turned to frowns, and the jovial giggles were replaced with hateful screams. And then one by one their heads fell to the ground and rolled to the center of the barn's doorway, making a sinister little pile of gore. The doors slammed closed and opened several times, making a loud clacking sound I can hear vividly as I type this. Lights flashed as if a small lightning storm was going on inside. I saw a quick flash of a figure standing in the center of the doors holding a mowing scythe. I couldn't run away fast enough. I ran like the devil was on my heels, because I believe he was. When I got home I was out of breath and I saw my daddy on the porch smoking his pipe. He took one look at me and smirked. I could tell he knew where I'd been. "Ungodly things in that barn. You saw it, didn't you?" I nodded with my mouth slacked open. That was all Rex's property. He took a couple puffs from his pipe. He loved children. In the worst possible way, if you get me. Hanged himself when the sheriff and his deputies finally figured him out and were banging on the doors of that barn. "Why didn't you tell me?" "I'm telling you now, so we can never talk about it again." I didn't push it, but I had a granddaddy I never met named Rex that died before I was born. Daddy never talked about him either. Thanks for watching. I hope you got a little scare. Like and subscribe, even if you enjoyed this video a bit.